In some ways, a preferred alternative to using regression to find errors in the gradient and the intercept is to add max and min lines to a graph. Since this determines errors in the gradient and the intercept based on the measurement errors made during the data collection, rather than just relying on the statistical distribution of the data. Although there is no tool to create max and min lines in Excel, it is still possible to add them by plotting additional data to the graph. Max and min lines are created using trend lines to connect the lower limit of the first data point, that is y value minus the error, to the upper limit of the last data point, and vice versa. To achieve this, some additional data must first be generated. To generate the max and min line number 1 from the upper limit of y, in my case I plotted the log of k along the y-axis, so from the upper limit of the log of k, I have to choose the lowest number. I have the lowest value in the cell F3. And then corresponding value of x I've got in the cell B3. From the lower limit of log of k, I need to choose the highest number. In my spreadsheet, the highest value of log of k is in the cell G4 and the corresponding x value is in the cell B4. This is the first set of data. To generate the max and min line number 2 from the upper limit of the log of k, I have to choose the highest number. The highest value is in the cell F4, and then the corresponding value of x I've got in the cell B4. From the lower limit of log of k, I need to choose the lowest number. In my spreadsheet, the lowest value of log of k is in the cell G3, and the corresponding x value is in the cell B3. This is the second set of data. The two new tables of data can then be plotted on the graph as the second and third set of data. To plot the data onto the graph, click on the graph from the Chart Tools tab, choose Design followed by Select Data. Then click on Add and click in the window Series X Values and highlight the cells containing data that you want to be plotted along the x-axis and release. Repeat the process to add the data for max and min line number 2. This results in 4 new points appearing on the error bars of the highest and lowest x values. Now you have to add trend lines with equations for each of the datasets. To do this, click on one of the points and click on the green plus and tick the trend line box. To add equation, click on the trend line and tick Display Equation on Chart box on the right hand side. Repeat the same steps for the second set of data. The graph will present better if you move equations next to the upper limits as shown on the screen. New data points on the graph should then be formatted to make the makers disappear. To do this, click on the graph and choose Format from the Chart Tools tab. Then from the drop-down menu on the left-hand side, choose Series 2. Then on the right-hand side, you will see Format Data Series window appearing. Click on the bucket icon and go to Marker, then under Fill, select No Fill, and under Border, select No Line. Repeat the steps for the second max and min trend line. The most important thing to remember is that the added max and min lines must pass between all the error bars. If any of your lines do not pass between all the error bars, go to the data you selected for the line and adjust the y values until the line passes between all the error bars. Note that the line will adjust automatically as you change the values in Excel. If x and y error bars are shown on the graph, then you should assume that for each data point, these error bars describe a box. In this case, the max and min line must pass through or touch every box to be valid.